got started on my clinical trial journey through my doctor, I had shared some specific challenges that I was experiencing with my treatment, some areas that I felt like weren't working super well, some problems that I was experiencing. And once she knew that I was having those specific challenges, she found a clinical trial that she felt like would be a great fit. She was really an advocate for me in saying that, yes, this patient would be a good fit for this clinical trial, and this is how they would benefit from this treatment. And so she was really the biggest force in getting me started.
Well, I've for years researched clinicaltrials.gov, and of course back when I was in the clinical trial there were no approved treatments for SMA. And you know, I've been struggling with this disease for 50 plus years at that point. And I'm a scientist by education, so I've been doing research since I was in college, and so research just appeals to me. So, you know, I was always interested, and I never had any qualms about doing a clinical trial.
For me, it was just a conversation with my friends and my family about what's the potential benefit and what's the potential cost. And for me, I just decided that because I have a great support team around me, I do have a very supportive family, that they were willing to help me kind of offset some of those costs and make it possible to get to those extra tests, to travel for the treatment, that I wanted to see if I could do that, to see what the potential benefits would be like.
Well, the study team was just great. I mean, and then one of the benefits for me is I made a friend that I stayed in touch with for 4 or 5 years until she kind of moved away from that area. But they would pick me up at the hotel and then drop me back at the train station to go back home. They were with me the whole day, you know, asking any questions. Took me to lunch. And they were just nice people. They were friendly people. It was way about more than the study.
Once you're in it, in my experience, there were so many people who helped me manage all of that. And now I just get the benefit of participating in the trial, which has been beneficial for me. So just know that there's probably more support than you think, that this is not some extra big load that you're gonna have to take on by yourself.
It wasn't really until that clinical trial that I really started learning what was new in the research and everything in SMA.
An unexpected benefit has just been kind of feeling like you're able to give back to the community a little bit. I feel like I can now say that I was a part of just paving the path forward a little bit, shedding light, giving more knowledge, putting one more of that gigantic puzzle piece in place that we're all a part of to move us towards more treatments, more cures, more answers, treatments that are best for everyone in their specific body.
Oh, I just tell them to go for it. I mean, you know, that I think the potential benefits outweigh the risks, and so I would encourage adults to give it a try, especially older adults that haven't had the benefit of the new treatments, you know, when they were young enough for it to really make a huge difference for them.
I think I would tell them to ask a lot of questions. If I were going to tell an adult in the same situation, if you're considering a clinical trial, that there is no question that's too small or that might seem stupid, because this is your health and you are agreeing to something that at some level is a little bit experimental. That's why it's a clinical trial. So ask as many questions to get to the point where you feel comfortable with whatever your decision is, whether that is a yes to participate or a no, I'm not going to participate. If you don't feel comfortable in your decision either way, I don't think you've asked enough questions. For sure, absolutely. Yeah, now that I've kind of jumped off the iceberg and I have my feet wet a little bit, I think it's made me feel a lot more comfortable to say yes to things further down the road, and seeing how supportive the process can be, I wouldn't hesitate to say yes to more.